crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
The scenario is going to be Destruction. It is a 2015 Steamroller scenario. It includes Kill Box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 point for controlling the zone, 2 points for dominating. You can't do either of those, though, until you destroy the enemy objective, and doing so will give you 1 control point. You can't do any of the scoring, though, until the second player's second turn. Hey there guys, this is Malorian, time for another War Machine Wednesday, and on this side we have some Circle from Derek, and this is actually a Tier 4 Baldur1, so we got Advanced Deploy Beasts and all the rest, and I'm actually on this side, I'm playing my Mercenaries, I got my Magnus2, and this is just kind of a ninja list. I want to get up there, I want to kill some stuff with some ninjas, lock you down, and kill some more. So here we are, I lost the initiative, he wanted to go first, and so he's going to. With a fast list like his, that's not what I want to see. I want to see him going second so I can try and make up for that. But first thing he's going to do here is he's going to actually kind of position around his stones. That's going to be a major thing that I'll need to make sure I take out right away. You know, my feet can lock you down so you can't move towards me. But if you can just port in, that totally bypasses my feet. So they will be a very big thing I need to kill off. Now, we went up here with the Sentry Stones. He only turned one into Clouds, which, you know, is rolling for Baldur to get across, but the other two didn't. So, you know, sometimes they make Clouds, but Baldur, you know, we can jump from forest to forest. That's kind of a scary thing here. So, if I don't kill those two mannequins, they can come up and make forests, and Baldur can really get in my grill quickly if he wants to. Otherwise, Baldur came up, he put up solid ground, didn't really come up as far as I thought he was going to, but all the beasts, they're getting up there, they're getting in the stones. Also, part of the tier here is that the shrimp, they're supposed to get an advanced move, so he just does it now. It's not going to change anything. He moves them a little bit farther, that's it. Otherwise, Druid's running up, and that's his first turn. So, having all these beasts really right at the zone here right away, that's kind of a bad news. You know, that's kind of the reason why I didn't go for a scenario list here. I have to go for I'm going to kill you list. So, looking at this, though, I feel I can get Megalith. I did a lot of measurements here, and I was trying to see if I could do it without doing my mini feat with the artillerist there guy, with McNall, but I do feel I had to, so I went for mobility. I put up the double powder rations mini thing, and it turned out that I needed it. I would have been just out if I would have gone for all that extra range, and so I start off by shooting off Megalith and trying to do a little bit of damage, hit him with the trident, pull him in, and I actually kill him very easily, so that's great. One heavy is off. However, that's not the end, because if he ports in here with his two other beasts, you know, and he somehow gets to me and kills me here, that'd be really bad. So I want to try and kill off these stones here, really take that away. Now, I was also trying to get to this positioning right, so I get a lot of that plus 2 inches over here with the Nis, and I didn't get very many, but at least I got really lucky. I only got 2 that were in range, so I was at dice -6, and I rolled double 6. So I was able to kill that stone over there. That's the non-stealth one, of course. And otherwise, I'm really just kind of getting up there with the rest of my forces and feeling pretty good. That was a very strong first turn for me, and now it's time for him to reply. Now, he was kind of thinking he should have popped first turn, or popped feet first turn there, get cover everywhere and all that stuff. You know, it was probably not. I mean, a lot of people don't see that long range, and it's probably going to help him a lot more here on this turn 2. But either way, this turn 2 will be his feet turn. His Sentry Stone is going to come up here. It's going to be stealing off a focus, an extra focus I had on the Galleon that didn't get used. And I think he's going to use that to make a Treekin that's just going to go into Hawk on the right there, or the top rather. I think he kind of felt that was because he didn't think I was going to be able to just leave that with acrobatics, but I will. Either way, now the Warden's going to come up there, and he's going to shoot in there with some spiky spell, whatever, kill a couple in this. He should have killed 3, but he rolled really crappily and only killed 2, so hey, I'll take it. Otherwise, here he's going to try and shoot me with some of the shrimp. Get a little bit of damage, not very much. I mean, a lot of them are out of range. Those who can't shoot the Galleon can't really shoot anything because of the stealth. Meanwhile, he comes over here, and he's really just trying to kill off Kill Balok here. So he needs 8s to shoot, gets one of them. I think it's at straight dice or something, but he fails to kill Balok. Again, just bad dice on his part. Then even his Blackclad comes up and wants to spray me, but Orin Midwinter said null zone, so he can't cast any magic. That's actually going to be a really big deal here, where even though he has counter magic, my range is longer, so I can really push that envelope and really cause a lot of troubles for his list here. So that's what he's doing here, putting up a little bit of counter magic and all this stuff here. Yeah, the Guardian's up there. Baldur comes up. He still has the same spell going on. He put Roots of the Earth, Flesh to Clay on that lead. Wold there. He also made it +2 armor. So pulling it in really isn't going to happen. He also popped feet, so I'm really slow. So whereas I just like to shoot that heavy and pull it in, I just can't. Because I have to wound you with the trident to do that, and when you're armor 20 and I'm -1 dice, yeah, I just don't like the look of that. So luckily though, if I cast mobility, I'm still speed 7, so I can still walk up my 3.5 and have reach. So after trying to find a way that I can maybe get to the Guardian because he hits harder, I just give up on it and I decide to go for the Warden there instead. So we're talking a little bit right now about how, of course the other druids, they made clouds, blah, blah, blah. Didn't want to put it down. But Magnus, he has to deal with the kill box. So even though there's a wall there I'd love to be behind, I'm going to come around there to the other side of the wall, pop my feet, so you can't come towards me and you can't go up towards a death clock. Otherwise, with mobility then, the big guy comes up, tries to kill off the Warden, but between one miss and some bad dice, I actually fail to kill it. But, that's actually not the end of the world, because thanks to the feat, he can't really do very much to reply. Otherwise, Orin going up again, doing a mini feat. At the top here, I'm going to be having Hawk, who is still able to have range to kill the Sentry Stone, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. Otherwise, I brought down that Warden into 3 boxes. If it was 1 or 2, Kill Balok would try and kill him, but whatever, Kill Balok's just going to try and kill a Druid instead. Went up there, killed a Stone with the Eliminator. Another Eliminator tried to kill the Blackclad but failed. And even though all those guys have cover and all this stuff, it doesn't matter. The Nys ignore all that stuff. So I'm going to come up here to try and just wipe out the shrimp. Didn't quite do it. Left one alive, but still, they're pretty decimated. At the bottom, the other Eliminators basically take off. The other Kayazi just wait to try and take their lickings. And that's it. So I didn't kill the heavy I wanted to kill, but one is really damaged, and he can't really do much about it. And again, all the things that he loved to do, he's really held back because of that null zone. So that's really causing him trouble. Plus, killing the last of the treekin and that Sentry Stone really takes away that power to make the force. And so it really limits where Baldur can go for his little magical killing thing. Otherwise, here he's going to try and shoot the shrimps at the galleon, but between something just out of range and some, again, bad dice from my opponent, nothing really happens there. The druids really want to do something fancy, but again, 2 of them are caught in by the feet, and the others have to deal with null zone, so he's really kind of having double trouble here of what he's wanting to do and what he can do. I mean, the one UA there is going to be actually ending up in range here. So it just did not really work out the way he wanted. And then after that, he's going to get like a couple of shots on the galleon, but a dice -9. That's not really what the druids want to deal with. One of them actually shot the Hawk there. And so I thought, well, there you go. Hawk's going to die. But again, terrible, terrible dice. He's able to push me away 3 inches. But yeah, I mean, just right now, probably Hawk should be dead, Kill Balok should be dead, but again, his dice just aren't really doing it for him. And otherwise, then, Baldur tries again. Baldur, would love to get some work done, but because of that Orin Midwinter there, he just can't find a good spot to be. So again, he's kind of saying how he's going to deathclock himself, because he's spending a lot of time just trying to figure out how to dance around Orin. That 1-2 point solo is just becoming a massive, massive deal. So he puts himself there behind one of the druids there, just so I can't really drag him in. He thinks about shooting in one of the shrimps there and kind of misses. Otherwise, a spell there he puts in was able to kill off one of the eliminators, so he did something there. Otherwise, he's really just kind of riling up here. He did kill a few more guys here with a spell, but yeah, I mean, it's really not too bad. And now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to deal with these other heavies. So on my turn here, I'm going to come up and put, again, 4 focus on my bonded galleon. It's so nice to have 4 focus on a jack like that. And so after one model Hawk charges in and kills off the Warden, I'm able to go off and kill the Guardian. He has no heavies now. He's in a horrendous spot. I'm just starting to kill off other models because why not? And it's just... now things are circling down, you know. There's not a lot of places there where I can even get souls for Alexia 2, but she's got one. The Thrall came in, hit the 8 to take out the UA. The Kayazi are charging in now, and they're going to be killing off more of these stones and more of the druids and more of the shrimps over here. Actually had 2 misses that were a little bit unfortunate, but either way, he's just in a super, super bad spot. Magnus has Bullet Dodger up on him, Null Zone's up there. Baldur really just has to go for the assassination now, or it's really just going to be over. So what he does first is he comes over here with the shrimp. He's going to Zephyr them, and then they're going to move over and take a shot at Orin. And that's going to be key, because if he doesn't kill Orin, there's nothing he can do. So while he figures out some dancing around here, which he's able to do, he's going to shoot at Orin, and finally his dice are going to come through for him. He's going to kill off Orin Midwinter, so that's going to work out well for him. Baldur's then going to kind of transport or teleport to the other trees over here and try and do some magic to Magnus, but it really just isn't enough. He just can't do it. Even though I'm not camping anything, it just fails. And then he says, yeah, just go ahead, kill me. I know it's going to happen. I have to lose 2 NIST to free strikes. They move away, do double ones to try and do a combine into him. No big deal, because now the big guy here, again, 4 focus onto my galleon. Gonna come over, and I need like 9s to hit. And it was just like an insult, because whereas he kept on missing all those 8s to hit and, you know, 5s on 2 dice, yeah, I don't even need to drag him in. I just kill him with the regular port guns. And there you go. So the game just finished on an assassination where I got a bunch of lucky 9s, but yeah, dice were kind of a thing in this game, eh? What were your thoughts on it?
Good game. I made some pretty heavy mistakes early on, not making my forests as I was, or generally do with my mannequins, was pretty ruinous. You should not have had line of sight to Megalith.
I mean, I think the big thing is that normally you're not in threat the first turn either, right? Like it took mobility and artillery, extra gunpowder in order to get range on you.
Well, I usually also bring Baldur up farther, first turn as well. I kind of screwed up with the first mannequin, putting his forest a little bit too far forward, not within Baldur's control area. Gotcha. So I couldn't get him up as far as I wanted to, which I wanted to feat first turn so that you wouldn't even be able to get in further. Baldur can pretty much make it into the zone first turn if I play it correctly. It's pretty close. I don't think it's quite in, but...
he gets pretty fast.
He gets far very quickly, and this army is basically just get into the zone and hold it with a bunch of fairly high armor. As I said, like losing Megalith early on is a geomancy loss as well as a healing loss and
well, I mean, just Orin.
A beat stick loss.
Like Orin just wrecked so much of your stuff for most of the game.
Even then, if I had another geomancy that I could have geomanced, because like, as you said, like I can cast with him as long as I keep Baldur outside of his range. He would have been a lot easier to take out early on. The only ranged attacks that I have that are not magical are the Wold Stalkers, Wold Shrimp, whatever you want to call them.
And normally you can get it around my feet just by teleporting, but I got lucky on the stones, right? Like one little shot, double 6s takes it down.
I also forgot that the big stone had stealth.
Okay, yeah.
So I thought he was completely fine from all but like maybe 1 shot possibly, and he was like, oh, he's got stealth, and I was like, yeah, you're right, he does have stealth. Oops.
That's the negative part of stealth, yeah.
So yeah, I made a lot of mistakes, but as I said, I haven't played this list in a year. I've been having fun with the War Machine Wednesdays, just playing random lists that I haven't played in a long time, or just silly lists that don't see a lot of use outside of casual games.
Yeah, I mean, that's the nice thing, is to see the different stuff on here. So I appreciate it for you bringing the different things each time. And either way, thanks for the game, and for those watching, thanks for watching. Bye.